Well, Glenn Hubbard was the chair of President George W. Bush's Council of Economic Advisors. He's now a professor at Columbia University. He joins me now. Glenn, great to have you on the show. So much for us to talk through. Let's talk, first of all, the debt ceiling vote. Here we are at it again. Little room for errors. We heard our correspondent there, Melanie Zanona. How do you read the latest debt drama? Will it pass, you think?
It will pass, but there will be more drama. It's a little bit of, on the one side, nothing, and on the other side, everything everywhere all at once. And I think both are true. It's nothing in the sense that it's not a lot of concessions either side made, despite what they say. On the other hand, it really pointed out how huge the fiscal problem is, and neither side is really coming to grips with that.
And on that point, I mean, I read a piece that you wrote for the Financial Times, and it was titled "How to End the U.S. Debt Ceiling Standoff." In this article, you say we can't just keep raising the debt ceiling without consideration of the underlying challenges. The nation is on an unsustainable fiscal path, magnifying future pain. There is a better way, you said. So, Glenn, what is that better way?
Well, we have the debt ceiling in the law, but what we could do is say, let's agree on a budget path. And that's a political choice as to how it's done. And as long as we stay on that budget path, we agree to clean debt ceiling increases. You ask yourself, well, why would politicians do that? Well, I think they get out of this drama as well. The question is, will the two sides admit the scope of the problem? Everybody says, I don't want to raise taxes. I don't want to change Social Security. I don't want to change Medicare. But something has to give.
Something has to give, and like many expect it to pass even as the last-minute deal. And if there is a deal, there are other threats that we mentioned at the top of the show as well that are worth considering, threats on the horizon for the U.S. economy as well, Glenn, as the global economy. Concerns that are being reflected, I think is fair today, in today's stock market numbers today, red right across the board. And that's the factory activity in China dropping for a second month in a row. China losing steam, Glenn, is not just a problem for China, really. It's a problem for us all, is it not?
It's a problem for the world. In the clip you played from Jamie Dimon, the de-risking that's going on in the U.S. and in the West in general is pulling China apart from its trading partners. China's own slowdown makes that much worse. Adding to the budget point, though, the U.S. and other industrial democracies probably need to spend substantially more on defense. That's going to add more to the budget stress, not less.
And you pointed, of course, to global economy, the challenges, the businesses they're facing. And we have seen not just Jamie Dimon talking China, we've seen the CEOs of Starbucks as well as Elon Musk traveling to China. Jamie Dimon also warned, besides of de-risking, warned that this uncertainty, Glenn, about the Chinese government's policies and how that could hit investor confidence. What do you make of those comments?
Well, I think they're spot on. The reason that the Chinese government should clarify its position is not to please us, but to make China healthier. China will not have a prosperous economy without a much more stable public policy toward business. They can learn it the easy way or the hard way. Let's
focus, if I can, briefly on the US. We had some strong jobs number, but obviously, frankly, it complicates the Fed's strategy and it puts in a difficult position. How do you see the Fed moving in the months ahead?
Well, I think the Fed still has work to do. Whether that's further rate increases or simply leaving the current rates in place longer is for the Fed to decide. But I disagree with market participants who think a lot of rate cuts are in the offing. With inflation this sticky and this high, rates will remain high.
Glenn Hubbard, always great to get your insight. Thanks very much, Glenn. Appreciate it. Now, there are more.